doing is we're taking a walk over to the shop right now. We're going to take a look at a table we've been working on that came from a very large tree that fell down by a river here in our area, California, called the San Joaquin River. This tree fell down. A farming family harvested the tree, cut it into slabs. That was around 7-8 years ago. They dried it out. I was fortunate enough to grovel, and they sold me a couple of slabs, and we're making this table for the inside of the Summerston room, which is going to be probably the nicest wine cellar in the Redwood Cafe. Let's take a look. As you can see, the table is now being finished with a lacquer on it. We're going to put several more coats on it, but look at this. One piece of wood, absolutely beautiful. And this is going to be the table for the main cellar of the Summerston and Redwood Cafe.
How many people are you going to, is it expecting to sit? Are you going to do anything else to it?
You're going to be able to have the seating around this table. We're going to try and get around 20 people around the table. You're going to have 2 at the end on each end. The Summerston room is obviously being made in recognition of Summerston Winery and Priest Ranch, which is our sister companies that are located in Napa. And as you can see, the underneath of this is like a beautiful piece of wood stump that we basically were able to harvest and put together for it. So any of you that are watching now, you can actually go on Get Back to Work, and we live stream the shop every day. We've got another piece over on the back. As you can see how big that is. I got 2 slabs. Kind of thinking right now how we're going to utilize that slab inside that room as well. So we'll have both of them in there. We basically got a lot of the chairs from the Redwood Cafe, and we're refinishing everything. They'll be the original chairs that we basically utilized. And right here, we have all of the weaving panels. We've refurbished that, and we've got it all cleaned up, and we're going to rebuilding that. For those of you that haven't been watching, what happened when we brought the Redwood Cafe over and placed it inside the new building, took it out of the envelope that was in plastic. It had been sealed up for like 3-4 months, maybe even longer. Mold everywhere inside. The water got into it. So we had to take the whole dining room apart down to the studs. So we're refurbishing the entire thing. Now it's becoming an historical restoration, because it has to look exactly like it did when we walked in before. Mrs. Deloso has basically told us it's got to look that way. So we're going to reconstruct everything right down, but it'll have a new carpet, new flooring, new walls on the side, but everything is going to be recreated exactly like that. That's a problem we got to fix. I mean, so here we are, a complete restoration of that dining room that we thought we would just basically be able to clean up. It's a big job. We got to keep it. This piece of, I'm going to call it helter-skelter art or whatever it might be, where we basically took all of these pieces of wood. This is black walnut that we harvested, and then we're going to put the sign which has a blue light on it with backlights on it. That is going to come when you come into the cave and you enter into the restaurant from the lower level. This will be on the wall right when you get to the end of the cave. We'll introduce you to the Redwood Cafe. So that's been produced that way. It's a beautiful piece of art. We'll have lighting on it and everything. It's going to be really cool. That wood's just fantastic. The guys all put this together and worked on it diligently. There's another table right here. Where's that air, John? So as you can see, the dust flying off of that right there. The compressor was turned off, so we don't have a real high air on it. But take a look at this. This is like a glass poured in place finish, and we basically took the wood and then made seams in it. Absolutely beautiful table. So each one of these custom-made tables is for an individual wine cellar inside of the Redwood Cafe in Lathrop. And this one right here is just going to be absolutely fantastic. Then we have all the chairs and the tables that go along with it. Over in the other shop, we do metal work. So let's take a look at some of the stuff we've been making over there. They're kind of fun too. Now I have my Red Bull, dude. We're going to come back over here because this one is done. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the stuff off of it.
Okay.
Literally what's happening, and this is like a prototype that we made, but this has an LED light all the way around it with these panels in here. And this is going to be the fence. It's going to be 600 feet of this fence all the way around the exterior perimeter along Riverfront Drive. That's going to be beautiful. When we go into this bar, every little detail I have to figure out.
This is going to be the fence? Wow, that's going to be cool.
That fence?
Yeah.
What do you see? Illuminated. Very, very cool.
Oh, illuminated? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then this is another. This is going to be a sign. This is going to have the Redwood Cafe. I don't know where our actual Redwood Cafe logo is. They basically took that, but we're putting that on there as well. So it was kind of interesting. When I'm in China, and if you watch the China brochure or video on the electrical. We were doing the electrical selection and so forth like that. We bought this really cool chandelier, and I really like it. But then I went online at Amazon and I saw these like chandeliers that I could buy. It was, let's just put it this way, it was a lot of money for the chandelier in China. Even in China, it was a lot of money. But I love the idea, the concept. So what we did is I bought these low-cost chandeliers from Amazon, and then what we did is we added flowers to it. So take a look at this. So that was inspired by China. When we turn it on, the lights, the tulips on the light bulbs inside of it, it really looks enhanced. So I'm gonna make an array of these on, so you can see I've got other ones here working. We've got different size of circles. Here's another one. And if you can think of the Olympics, you know, the interconnecting rings on the ceiling, will have those lights and an interconnecting ring on top of a table, which is the same kind of color combinations like that. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about that. These here are lights. I don't know if I've got them plugged in. A lot of this stuff is not hooked up right now, but these are like lights that we'll put in the garden and we'll hang those down. And these hollow out areas have a glow of LED lights. This is like a little sign thing that we've made, so we can turn around and put Redwood Cafe on it, or way to the bathroom, or something of that nature. This is like a prototype of a chair that we made. Got a lot of different things that were going on in this shop as well. All the way around, the creation process is not only going here at the shop, it's going over on the job site, it's going at a quarry where we're building boulders and so forth, and it's all locked up inside this little like walnut brain that I've got going on here, thinking the whole thing through. And I'm so excited to share it with you because it is going to be an amazing place to go. Out here, this is the beginnings of another chandelier. So this chandelier, you can see, was roughed in at the old Redwood. We got that, and now I've got part 2 right here, which is going to interconnect with part 1. And that is going to be another wall fixture lighting. So that's when we're going to start using our forge, taking the metal, bending it to different shapes, using our pre-bought leaves and so forth, and creating these beautiful art pieces and interconnecting those. I'm going to try and knock off the one I saw inside of China. We'll probably paint this thing gold with and do some cool, interesting things like that. I'm going to share with Joaquin what the fence looks like at night, and he'll probably be able to take some of that video off of that and put it on this video so you can see what that fence is going to look like. 600 feet long.
I want to ask about all this stuff. It looks like you recycle and reuse a lot of your stuff.
This is a ceiling wine rack that we had in the wine cellar going down a hallway, and we laminated this on here, and then wine bottles went inside of each. The wide part wine bottles went inside of it. So we're going to be recreating some of those inside the hallways going into the restrooms at Redwood. So that's just a reminder that I need to manufacture that stuff. This is like all of our like little boneyard. I've got a ton of boneyard. I got this right here. Over here in the back, there's another project we're working on.
So not only the restaurant, but you also do stuff for people if they ask and request?
Sometimes. I mean, like, I really...
This isn't an invitation.
I'm not going to go
This isn't an invitation for people to... Yeah.
No.
But,
Not
okay.
yet. It might be when the revenue's done. This is another
I'm excited
Japanese barbecue grill for Redwood Cafe. We're going to do saute on that out in the garden. Taking some of the chairs, recycling those, and get those back into shape for the
It
restaurant.
looks to me like whereas most people would see just trash and garbage, you
Raw material.
use it as material, but at the same time you very much lean into the aesthetic of it, the rust, like the aging, like the eclectic, you said, feel. So it's pretty cool that, you know, you're able to turn things like this into pieces of art.
This is all beautiful black walnut wood. Let's go in here for a minute. I'm going to show you something in here. For woodworkers, they know it's a planer. It basically just like takes a little edge off it. This is black walnut wood that we have put together. And here, Chuck right now is working on this table's top. So this table will have this top on it. This is the raw material for the wood of the black walnut. These are the pieces that are going to interconnect. As you can see, the pattern that we've laid out on here. Those are the pieces that they're basically painting for it. And here's the goal.
This was a hit on TikTok. People really like this design.
Now, so here's the deal. What we want to do is we want to take that original TikTok that got like 12, 14, you know how to do it. He's got it, where we took the two pieces together, and now that prototype that I was just playing with, which we can go back and reference the beginning of that video. You'll see the table that was made, and now and look at how John's getting that. Look at the beauty of that. These guys do such beautiful work. Look at how beautiful that is. So when the project is done, each room is themed. So this table and the large table, you just saw the chandeliers that'll go on top of that table with the flowers. And that'll be interconnected all the way across the whole table because those colors are interconnecting. The blacks and the different colors in here will match up with the different colors of the flowers. Oh, and when we get back over to the other side, I'll show you the carpet I paid for.
Here's Rupert, and he is a big shop dog. Yes, he is. Look at this. This is a nice planter that we're going to be installing in the main walkway coming into the restaurant.
Fire pits? Are you going to do all the fire pits yourself?
What's that?
You're going to do all the fire pits too? Or are you going to build?
I'm doing it all. Yeah, I've been working with the landscape company. We got the fire pits. You're going to have 7. It's going to be like you're going to be walking in a forest like this. The redwood trees with like large boulders surrounding with a fire pit in the middle where you can kind of hang out and have your own spot. And we're going to have 7 of those. They're all going to be oriented towards redwood. And, you know, the maturity of the trees is fortunate. We're going to a tree nursery. That tree right there might come in like a 36-inch, maybe a 48, 60-inch box. We're going to be able to buy trees of that magnitude. We'll stagger the sizes of them so we get the natural look. And then we may be using some river birch, which are very close to like an aspen. But the thing about River Islands is we get those delta breezes, and with the river birch, we'll have the sound of like aspens with the leaves going through it when you're hanging out by the fire pit. It's all about that. How can we recreate an escape or an experience for you that you're not going to get anywhere else? You know, where are you going to sit outside, have a cocktail, and listen to leaves whistling through an aspen? I mean, come on.